Instead of all this expensive wandering and drama, what if he had just had access to modern-day SSRIs? Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Darby. Welcome to my channel. I emerged from this extremely dreary, rainy, gloomy winter in San Francisco with a real thirst for everything frilly, girly, and romantic. So I've decided to read what critics describe as the most Jane Austen of Mary Shelley's novels, Lodore, previously published as The Beautiful Widow. Despite being a goth-adjacent girly and consuming a lot of content about Mary Shelley's biography, I've never read Frankenstein. This will be my first Mary Shelley novel. You might be familiar with Frankenstein, but not Mary Shelley, and if you're not familiar with Mary Shelley, here are the highlights. She is the queen of Gothic horror. She invented the genre of science fiction when she was a teenager. She lost her mother as a young child and lost her virginity on that same mother's grave. She was a Nepo baby, born to two prolific and prominent and famous writers at the time. When her husband, Percy Shelley, died in a sailing accident near Geneva, Switzerland, they weren't permitted to bring his body back to England, and so they burned it on the beach. Through some strange trick of the water, his heart was calcified, and it was the only thing that did not burn. Mary Shelley kept a piece of this calcified heart in a locket around her neck for the rest of her life. And I can't wait to see what Mary Shelley does in this allegedly very romantic book. Let's read the blurb. An ardent thirst for knowledge is as the air I breathe, and the acquisition of it is pure and unalloyed happiness. Also published as The Beautiful Widow, Mary Shelley's penultimate novel explores the web of relationships between three women bound together by the exacting Lord Lodore. Cornelia, Lodore's estranged wife, ruled by her mother in the norms of aristocratic society. Ethel, his daughter, raised in the wilderness of Illinois and utterly dependent on her father. And finally, the independent and highly educated Fanny Durham, the daughter of Lodore's childhood friend. My level of stoke, pretty high. If you've watched my channel before, you know that I prefer a trifling book. I'm a casual reader. I tend to prefer audiobooks because it's fun to multitask while listening to something. I am in the mood to deep read something. Here we go. Here are the tabs. Here are my highlighters. And here's my Muji gel pen. I wonder why Jane Austen and Mary Shelley didn't hang out. I have finished 75 pages of Lodore, and it was a slog, but I think the slog will be worth it. Victorian novels, they really take their time with exposition. They write like their reader is stranded in their summer lake house, and there's no television to watch. The first 75 pages of this 440-page book are like reading the early life section of the Wikipedia article of the most depressed man on the planet. The name of that man? Henry Fitzhenry. What a freaking name. The main tension, the main driving motivation for me for this first 10 chapters was trying to understand why this man was so sad and what, if anything, could make him happy. We are treated to a procession of only good things happening to this guy. He's born rich, handsome, athletic, and male in Victorian England. He's well liked by everyone. His family is doting and very supportive of him. He goes to a prestigious boarding school. He marries Cornelia, his dream woman. He lives in the most beautiful forest in Illinois for a decade. And throughout all of this, he is sad. He has some kind of inner, inexplicable torment that we just cannot understand. I have to trust that Mary Shelley is a feminist, and we're not just going to read about the most ungrateful man on the planet for no reason. I will say, if you're considering reading this, if you can make it to chapter 8, all the questions you're asking yourself from chapters 1 through 7 begin to be answered. What's my vibe check so far? I'm super stoked to read the next couple of chapters.